Hello guys, hello ladies. It's Monday. Hope you have a fantastic beginning of the week. We're going to read today from John chapter 15. And for this next Monday to Friday, got a great theme. It all comes out of the vineyard. It's all the stories of the vine. And there is one key word that you're going to pick up every single day. It's said 8 times in this particular passage. 8 times Jesus says, remain. Remain in me, and I will remain in you. I want to read the first remain to you today. Now, the context of this is critical. Jesus has had the supper in the upper room. They'd sung a hymn. His disciples were walking with him down through the Kidron Valley, and they walked through a vineyard. And Jesus is basically almost his last sermon to his disciples was this. And it's deathbed talk. It's critical stuff. And here's Jesus, knowing that the cross is not far away, is only a few hours away, is talking to his disciples, not about faithfulness in light of the persecution that is to follow, but he's talking about fruitfulness. And faithfulness and fruitfulness kind of go hand in hand. The faithful will produce fruit, and the fruitful people are the ones who are faithful to the cause of God. It will come by way of natural thing. It's a natural thing to bear fruit. Now he says there, I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes so that it will be even more fruitful. Now, we're talking about remaining in the vine, and the next verse you'll pick up on that particular theme. It's he who remains, but to those who remain, they have to go through certain processes. First process that we all have to go through is pruning. I don't know about you. I don't dig pruning. When I see those pruning shears coming, I'm nervous. And when I sense that God is going to prune something from my life, I'm always a bit scared and a little bit in trepidation of what God might remove in order for me to bear more fruit. We need to remain. For those who remain in the vine, for those who are in the vine and abiding in it, pruning is an act of God's kindness. You see, God's not that concerned about your comfort. He's concerned about your fruitfulness. And he would want for you to bear fruit as a result of pruning. Now, where I live, those of you who know me, I planted a lot of trees. I think I planted 600 trees in the church property in the last year or two. I love it. But every now and then I see these beautiful trees growing, and they look so abundant with leaves. And man, they look like they're having fun. And then I have to come with pruning, sharpened pruning things, and I have to go ruthless on them. And I understand why 2 months later. At the time, I'm thinking, I don't want to cut you, plant. You're doing such a good job. You're going crazy. You're growing wild. And I have to cut you. And the plant is saying, please don't do that. But I do it. And 6 months later, 2 months later, I see the fruitfulness that comes from pruning. Same in our lives. There's some things in our lives that people, have to go. And God is not being cruel. He's actually being very kind, because he has fruitfulness in mind. He would want for you to bear much fruit, more fruit, a whole ton of fruit, as a result of not just remaining in the vine, but also of having undergone the process of pruning. I remember hearing a little anecdote about this, and it is the story of 2 trees who were planted by different owners across the different sides of a fence. And the one, he went wild. He was big. He was full of leaves, and he looked very impressive. But the other tree on the other side was not. He was just basically sticks. And at a particular time of the year, the farmer would come, and he would cut off all those beautiful branches. And the tree on the other side would look at the tree on this side and say, "Man, your master must really hate you. Look what he does to you every year. He comes and he applies the pruning to you. Man, that must be so uncomfortable. That must be so painful." To which the other tree, the prune tree, replies, "Yep, but check the fruit. You've got the leaves, I've got the fruit. You can't eat the leaves, I've got the fruit. And my farmer father has produced this fruit because I have allowed myself to be pruned." He allowed himself. He says, okay, it's got to happen. I want to bear fruit, therefore I will. So my expression to you today would be simply that you need to embrace pruning. When you see it coming, be willing, be appropriately happy about it, if that's the right word, and know that God is doing this for your good. Those of you who have suffered pruning in different shapes and forms over the course of your life will know what I'm talking about. Man, it hurts, eh? It hurts. Have your business pruning, your family issues, your financial issues. Know that God is doing this for a purpose. If it's not because of your sin, it's because God is at work in your life. Celebrate that. Allow that pruning to be a reality to you, because fruitfulness is as important as faithfulness. And fruitfulness is the product of faithfulness. Don't check out, just remain in the vine. Interesting concept. Hope you enjoy it. Bye.